podcast party. Descent into Avernus.
My name is Painbearer Corbin Shiv. My friends and I have come to the Mirror of Mephistopheles. We're trying to get the blood of a titan, but just then, Hylan looked into the mirror, and a devil stepped through it. His name is Rigorath, and he's an excellent gambler. Hylan.
Yes?
We know this fellow. Took all our money. He beat us, and heads will roll. This is Hylan.
I'll just shake his hand a little bit and try to disengage my hand from his hand.
His name is Rigorath. Rigorath, right? Is that what it is?
Yes, my name's Rigorath. Pleasure to meet you for the first time.
And he stares at you, Hylan, not in a sort of leering fashion, but sort of in an interested fashion.
We was referred to you by Uberlux.
Oh, him. Yeah. What about him?
He thought you might be able to put us in on the trail of certain item we was looking for.
What item might that be?
Titan blood.
He doesn't look shocked when you say those two words. He sort of smiles. You see his lips curl. You see he's got sharp teeth, pearly white. His eyes stare at the four of you from underneath his wide-brimmed hat.
Titan blood. That's a very powerful magical substance. Very rare. What is it that you need Titan blood for?
That's privileged information, I'm afraid.
Yeah, sorry. Can you help us?
But if it's Titan blood you need, I may have a way of get some. My master, he uses blood like that in his arcane rituals and infernal spells. Best in hell at it. After all, he is hell's greatest wizard.
Do you think there's a chance he would part with a little?
Well, I'd have to find out. But of course, parting with something for nothing isn't the way we do things around here.
That certainly has been our experience, so of course we're very anxious to hear the terms.
Oh, I see. Well, give me half a tick.
And he turns swiftly and steps back through the mirror to the other side.
Do we all think it's going well?
Yeah.
I think we can say it went well.
He seems nice.
I wipe my hand on my armor.
If I would have seen Hylan looking into the mirror, I would also go look.
Ofelia, when you look into the mirror, you see the same sight that Hylan did. You see the same snowy wasteland, towering mountains of ice. But your heart begins to race. You get the feeling that as you look through the mirror, that something is looking back at you. And I would like you to make an intelligence saving.
That's a 16?
Yeah, you would have a +3 on that.
19.
All of you watch as Ofelia looks through the mirror and her eyes grow wide. It looks like she's actually sort of stopped breathing, like she is completely and utterly stunned by what she sees, or perhaps at what sees her.
You all right, Ofelia?
Ofelia.
Do the whole like hand in front of face thing in front of Ofelia? Nothing.
Can I do a medicine check on her?
Sure.
A 26.
She's clearly been affected by something, either psychically or magically, as she has looked through this mirror.
Ofelia. I'm just gonna turn her away from the mirror.
I pull out the dreidel and spin it.
Nothing within range of that spell registers as a fiend, an undead, or a celestial, besides what you already know, Lulu. You turn her away from the mirror. She still stares, unmoving, barely breathing. You just hear short, quick gasps of air that indicate that she's alive, but beyond that, nothing.
Does she seem like she's charmed or frightened?
No, she's just not moving at all, stunned.
I'm gonna do psychic whispers, and I'm just going to, in my mind, psychically say, Ofelia, I'm back. Are you okay?
When you do psychic whispers often, Hylan, you immediately hear voices back in your head as you are telepathically connected to them. This is different. You hear nothing coming from her.
I have to try to take her away from here. I don't know what to do. She's not in here.
Ofelia gasps and begins to just hyperventilate.
No, Ofelia, we're here. It's okay.
I'm going to step between everyone else and the mirror with my back to the mirror to obstruct their view of it.
Corbin is like holding his head, trying to think if he has a magic spell or something that could do something. Doesn't have anything.
Ophelia, as you hear the voices almost like muffled, like after an explosion or something like that around you, you just hear like, and it's just like you're underwater almost. And all you can hear really well is just the beating of your heart.
You all right, Ofelia?
No, I don't know. I don't think I'm okay.
What's happening?
Could be a trap.
Ophelia, you don't remember much. You remember looking into the mirror. You remember looking past the surface of the mirror into that frozen hellscape beyond, to that tower in the distance. And then, like a blade of ice in your mind, something reached in, found you. That's the last thing you remember.
I think perhaps the rest of you should stay away from the mirror.
After about 10 or 15 seconds, the surface of the mirror is once more broken by the figure of Rigorath, who steps perhaps a little bit more jauntily into the space than before, with a smile plastered on his infernal visage.
So I've had a chance to have a chat with my boss. He's all right with it.
What did he do to Ofelia?
What do you mean?
Something in that mirror attacked her mind.
Oh, attacked? No, sir. If my lord and master attacked any one of you, you wouldn't be standing talking right now. That's just his way of figuring out who you are and what it is you're really after. Please pardon his lack of couth.
She's gonna be all right?
Well, what did he say?
He said that he will be more than happy to grant you the boon of this Titan blood. But you must, of course, do as the fiends do. We must sign a contract. Thus we will be bound. Thus we will be trusted. That is how things work here.
What are the terms?
That contract will deliver the Titan blood, and if you deliver what we wish, then our contract shall be fulfilled.
He turns towards the mirror and his talon-like fingernail begins to scribble on the surface of the mirror. You see exactly what he has spoken. 1 vial of Titan blood will be delivered to you in return for service to Mephistopheles. And as he scribbles on the mirror, you begin to see that the surface of the ice begins to sort of extrude so that chunks of ice appear as infernal letters on the surface of the mirror. And as he writes, he speaks. He says, "The service granted to Mephistopheles will be that you will perform a task. This task is to dam the river Styx as it abuts into the pit of Shumrath. You will, of course, have provisions for doing so. If you do that, he will grant you the Titan blood.
Why does Mephistopheles want the Styx damned?
That is not your concern, nor is it our concern as to why you wish this Titan blood.
How are we gonna do that?
Yeah, having conceived of that, I'm sure your master knows that we can't do it. We would need some assistance.
Yes, assistance, yeah. You will have objects known as shatter sticks. You will place 6 of them at specific points dictated by my master, at which point they will detonate and cause a damming of the sticks in the point instructed.
Right.
I look around at everyone else.
Could we have a moment to discuss this, please?
Of
Private?
course, of course.
Could I ask a question?
Of course you may.
Permanently dam up the river or just temporarily?
Oh no, this is a permanent change.
Oh.
Okay, so he wants to stop this tributary of the river Styx from flowing into the pit of Shumrath for some sinister purpose that he's not willing to share.
Mm-hmm.
Renascence says, so it stinks, but I feel like we've had worse contracts proffered, and on the surface of it, I can't see anything too terrible. And I know that sounds like famous last words, but I mean, on the grand scheme of things, I don't mind doing a little demo work on the Styx.
None of the choices that we've had to make here have really been good ones.
No.
So I think it is worth a try.
I agree, Ofelia. We have 5 days.
Yeah. So are we agreed then? Corbin?
I don't care about the pit or the river. I'm not seeing anything too bad, but we don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, best case scenario, we're helping one fiend do something to another fiend, right? I don't really see where there's innocence at risk here.
And we have to take some sort of action.
Yeah. All right, so we agreed? Right. I turn back around. Very well, Rigorath. We accept.
Excellent. Glad to hear it.
No other terms, right?
I have actually, whilst you were discussing, been authorized to offer you more depending on what terms additional you are willing to undertake. My master has said that should you dam the pit and retain the one who I am to send with you to make sure that this task is done, should he receive no damage in the task, as a thank you, you will also be granted, within limits, of course, a secret that you desire to be unveiled to you, and only you alone.
Who's this person you're sending along to escort us?
I'm so glad you asked.
And he puts out his hand, and there's a swirl of bluish-white light, and before you pops in the space a strange, small, winged figure, bluish-white skin, small bat-like wings, and he is strapped with strange, reddish sticks covering his entire body.
That seems safe.
Totally safe.
He says, "This is Mephistopheles' personal attendant and jester, Snowball."
Right. I look at Snowball dubiously.
Oh, Snowball.
Gotta make sure that he comes out of this without a scratch.
Right. So, but that's sort of considered a bonus. Priority 1 is we dam the Styx. Priority 2, sort of a little too roughly palm the back of Snowball's head with my gauntlet. We take real good care of Snowball.
Snowball, you're an imp, right?
Snowball looks at you, Corbin, and sort of spits on the ground, and as he does so, like shards of ice shoot out of his mouth. He goes, "Yeah, what of it?"
You can go invisible, right?
Yeah?
Oh, amazing.
All right, so, well, we've seen other ones and they do that. So just go and make sure you're invisible so you don't, but we have to know where you are so that we don't kill you with our stuff, right?
Yeah? Sure. Listen, I just want to get this over with, okay? Just want to get it over with. Listen, I know what I'm doing, okay? Stop questioning me. God.
Under my breath, yeah, it doesn't seem like the highest quality imp, really.
I think he's scared those sticks are going to blow up on him.
Rigorath walks around behind Snowball and takes one of these sticks that are sort of affixed to him, gently, gingerly removes them and shows it to all of you. And he says, "Now this is very, very important." And as he shows you this, he says, "This is a shatter stick. It's made of a special iron mined on Cania. What you gotta do is you gotta embed this in earth or pound it into rock. Once you do it, stick will emit a vibration centered on itself in a 20-foot area. It'll literally shake the ground to pieces. When it does that, Shatterstick will break apart, basically making it useless. But all structures within 20 feet of it, well, they're gonna be hurting. So I'd step back if I were you."
And Snowball here knows where the sticks are to be placed.
Snowball looks at you and he points his pointy finger at his head and he goes,
Yeah, it's right up here. Big Boss told me where to put them.
All right. Just gently slip that back in to your little pack. Does the stick appear to be, I don't know how to say this, but is it like sweating nitroglycerin or like is
No,
I was just going to ask that.
All right.
it's not. It's not
Okay.
shoddily made. It definitely doesn't seem to be emitting any kind of chemical substances or anything like that.
Okay.
It's literally just a piece of reddish iron with blue tips at the end of it.
Well, if there's nothing else, Corbin, I think we should be heading back while your guardian is still, protecting the Ragaway.
Could you just sign the contract? Please, I just wanted to get out of here.
By all means. He turns back towards the mirror. You see the contract is laid out in exact terms.
Corbin will, since he's got experience doing this, will read that contract.
Make an investigation check.
Guidance.
I can help you. I'll lean over and read it also.
All right, I'll give you advantage.
All right. My first roll was an 8 plus 3 is somewhere around 11. And a 12 plus 3, a 15.
It's pretty clear. There's no hidden print on such an enormous piece of ice. You can't really see any fine print.
There's nothing in here that says if we don't do it, we give our souls up or anything like that.
It doesn't say anything about losing your souls to Rigorath. There's no penalty. It basically says if you don't do it, you don't get the blood. I mean, that's sort of the inference there.
Right. Yeah, this is one of the best pacts we've been offered.
Hats off to Mephistopheles on a square deal. Since Corbin has perfectly assured me that it's safe, I will definitely sign it.
No, not you. Not you.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, all right.
You will not make deals with fiends, remember?
No, that's not it, actually.
Pax, whatever your prayer is.
I'll sign it.
I've only heard it like 25 times. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I can sign it.
While they're talking about the semantics, I just go over and I sign it.
So when you walk towards Rigorath and you attempt to sign it, like he doesn't give you a pen or anything like that. And he hands you a chisel and he says, "You gotta chisel your name into the ice. And when the ice falls out, you drink the melted ice."
That's metal.
That is really cool, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I'm chiseling.
The ice falls out, you grab it with your cupped hands. Even in the cold of this chamber, your body heat is enough to melt this ice into a cold blue liquid that you put to your mouth and sip. And as the liquid flows down your throat, it's so cold, it burns the inside of your throat and makes you gasp for a second.
You all right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, I've never been better. Refreshing. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Oh, so it's just the one of you then that has signed this bargain.
You never said 4 of us had a sign.
Well, those that do not drink will not benefit from our term, as this contract makes plain.
We get 1 vial of Titan's blood, right?
Well, that's all right. I'll just take the Titan blood.
What I mean is, if the additional terms are fulfilled, it is only this one who will receive the additional gift.
If we protect Snowball, the deep secret that we would learn.
That is correct.
We haven't decided if he's worth it or not yet.
Can the secret only pertain to me?
It is your choice.
Can it be any secret? Then that's fine.
Within reason, of course.
I'll sign it.
No, you can't, remember? Your prayer every night.
Yeah, you ain't been listening to it very closely.
I've been memorizing it. I just forgot it right now. I am the Watcher on
Yeah.
over the night, and pretty sure that was it. And I will not do fiend favors, and there's some other stuff. But no, I don't think you should do it, Ren.
Give me the chisel.
Rigorath hands you the chisel.
No.
It's all right, Corbin. Chisel my
Ren,
name in
you
there.
don't have to do this. You don't have to do this.
I'm taking any risk that you're taking.
The ice falls into your gauntleted hands, Renascence, and you put it to your lips, and you feel the same cold essence flow down your throat.
This is the part that matters here, Corbin. I'm the shield. Stay true to your order, your comrades, and your duty. I hand the chisel back to him.
He looks at you, Ofelia.
Ophelia is pretty freaked out because of what she experienced looking into the mirror. If you're all signing, then I'll sign.
I'm not.
You don't have to, Ofelia. You don't have to.
I don't think I will either.
I think we're done here. Let's get back to the ragawagon.
Okay, Snowball.
Come on, Snowball.
He sort of grumbles, looks back towards Rigorath. Rigorath gives him a thumbs up, and Snowball flies sort of lazily towards the front of the cavern.
You already forgot the invisible part.
Hey.
Go invisible.
You're not my boss, okay?
I'm trying to keep you so that you don't turn into a puddle of goo, but, if you want to be a puddle of goo, that's all right.
Whatever.
And then he just flies on. Lulu sort of looks at Snowball, looks at Lily, who's looking at Snowball, and says, Hylan, that thing just rubs me. I don't know. There's something wrong about him.
The imp?
That's Snowball?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something weird.
We're going to keep a good eye on him, don't worry.
All right.
Yes, there's definitely something weird about Snowball. You are correct.
Now listen, what is the plan is that we're going to just go back to the pit? We're going to go all the way back there now?
Right, so we have to cross the river, get the car, go to where the little crack is, and set up the bombs, and then kill the imp. Help the imp to get back.
Something wrong, Lulu?
No, I just... feels like we're going back and forth a lot. And I was hoping for a more straightforward way of doing things. It's just...
I think we all were, Lulu, but, we're all very patient
We would all
with
have
each
loved
other.
that, but
When,
I don't mean to be a complainer. I'm sorry, guys. I don't really...
Lulu, do you have a different idea?
there
No,
might
I
have been
don't.
some folks that might have gotten upset, Lulu, when certain people led us to certain places that they thought the sword might be, and it turned out to not be there. But we're all friends, So we're just being a little patient with each other.
Her eyes trace you up and down, Renascence. She says, yeah.
Yeah. You remember when I died, Lulu? When you thought the sword was at the demon zapper? I don't bring that up a lot.
Okay, let's go, Snowball.
Wow, okay. It's fine. I won't. She's like sheepishly
Lulu,
looks away.
it's great.
Her trunk just curls up on itself.
Oh, no.
Lulu, come by me. No, come by me.
No, it's fine. That's all.
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you.
What is it?
All right, let's go, everyone.
So you guys exit the cave.
As soon as Corbin has a moment alone with Lulu,
Yeah.
he's just going to say, you notice Ren brought up this thing about when he died, right?
Yeah, kind of pointedly, really, but whatever,
Yeah.
it's fine.
You think there's something bad going on there?
What do you mean?
When you die, sometimes bad things happen, even if you come back.
You think something bad happened to him?
He's just not the same. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but like his magic's different. He doesn't know how to use. We both had that spell with Ilmata would help us help people. Can't do it no more.
Well, I mean, we all change, Corbin. Everybody changes, but you're saying he's changed to be, like, worse?
I didn't say worse. No, I didn't say that. I just said different. I don't know. I still think I was right back in that cave where he shouldn't have signed that. I still think I'm right. I don't know. Just don't get too upset with him, all right?
I could never get upset with him.
We got to keep an eye on our friend, okay?
Yeah.
All right. That's all I wanted to say.
She just looks at you, Corbin, and she says, Corbin, you know, you're real smart.
Oh, no, Ren's smart.
No, Corbin, you're smart. And she just puts her trunk on your shoulder. She says, don't forget that.
Thank you. No one's ever said that to me.
Well, I don't know why not. They're silly.
Let's keep up with the others.
Hi, everybody. The show will be back shortly for the second half. Have you had a chance to check out our other ongoing actual play series, To Slay a Dragon, presented by Cast Party and EN Publishing? You can catch the first 6 episodes right here in this feed. We would love to know what you think. Thanks so much to all of you who helped make Attack on Copper Coil become a gold bestseller on Dungeon Masters Guild. As a result, this adventure will form the second part of a new Cast Party actual play podcast series together with Secrets of the Blind Palace. This series will premiere in October 2024, right here in this feed. I will be the Dungeon Master for that series, and we've been announcing the players on Cast Party's social media channels, and the first player we announced was actor, cosplayer, and costume designer Amber Heck, who is currently guest starring on Podcast Party To Slay a Dragon, which is another great reason to listen to that show. This summer, Cast Party returns to the Good Witch in Hastings-on-Hudson, New York, on Saturday, July 13. Join us for an evening of dragon-slaying, dungeon-delving, treasure-hunting adventure. Our professional dungeon masters will lead your party through a tabletop adventure. No previous Dungeons & Dragons experience is necessary. Admission includes a 3-hour Dungeons & Dragons experience with professional dungeon master, a delicious drink and snack, courtesy of the Good Witch, plus a few surprises. Located just a short train ride from NYC in historic Hastings-on-Hudson Station on the Metro North Hudson Line. Planning to attend with a group? We'll make sure you're seated with friends and family. New player or attending alone? We'll make sure you're at a table to suit your experience level. Tickets are on sale now at cast-party.com. Cast Party's professional dungeon masters are available to hire for online games. We have games for kids as well as adults, and our DMs can run almost any of the official Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventures, as well as third-party adventures, and even some we've created ourselves. Details at cast-party.com. Do you ever feel like you have a great visual picture in your head, but you need a little help putting it into words? Well, with a subscription to dScryb, you can access thousands of descriptions of monsters, spells, locations, and more, as well as maps, music, and sound effects to enhance your games, only at dScryb.com. That's DSCRYB.com. Would you like 10% off that subscription? Follow the link in the show notes and use the discount code CASTPARTY, all one word, all caps, to save 10% on your first subscription. As always, we're offering monthly free adventures with our Dungeon Masters. These free games fill up quickly, so if you'd like to grab a spot, you should join our email list or our Discord server. Links to both can be found at cast-party.com. If you enjoy Podcast Party, please follow the show, rate us, and leave us a review. We'd love to hear from you. Message us on social media or email us at info@cast-party.com. Follow us on Facebook at CastPartyDND, on Twitter at CastParty2, on Instagram at cast_party, on TikTok at cast_party, or on Threads at cast_party. Thanks very much for listening, and now back to our adventure in Avernus.
The 5 of you reach the bank of the Styx with no issue. You can see across the other side. It's about 120, 150 feet across the other side.
All right, so I guess we'll cross, unless somebody has something they want to do on this side, we'll cross the same way we did before.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin can use his Steps of Night and ferry people across. I think we brought Ren over first. Lulu can fly herself, and then bring over Hylan and Ofelia.
Yes, that's right. You can take Hylan and Ofelia together.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Those are my powerful build.
Yep.
Who do you want to bring over first?
Renascence. But I remembered there were things in the water. So Corbin's going to look at Ren and go, keep an eye on the water, make sure nothing tries to jump out and eat us or anything. I'll take as high a arc as I can.
Right. I'm going to ready in action. If something comes out of the water, I will Eldritch Blast.
And Corbin will ready, since he's just flying, that's a bonus action, he's going to ready Sacred Flame if he sees something come out at us. If something comes out of the sky or...
Starts approaching in a menacing way.
Right. There's nothing in the sky, like right around here, right? That could...
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Oh, I would very much like to. That's a 22.
Corbin, as you look at the sky, just before you pick up Renascence to ferry him across the river Styx, which you see is still full of strange and menacing shapes, you do in fact see a trio of creatures that seem to be approaching very swiftly on your position. I will give you 30 seconds. What do you want to do?
Sorry, Matt, where, are they on our side of the river, on the opposite side of the river?
I would say they are on your side of the river, and they are moving towards you very, very swiftly.
All right, we got incoming creatures right there. Look.
I can fly Ofelia over.
No. Let's deal with them. Let's.
I think we should,
We don't want to fight over the river, because if we fall in...
That's it.
We should deal with this here.
Yeah.
It's safer to deal
I
with
just
it
thought
here.
we could get over it before they got to us.
I don't want to risk it.
These things come into view. You see that they are 3 of those horrible-looking wasps that you saw at the precipice of the Harriman's Hill. You see 3 of them. I'll say that they are approximately 100 feet in the air as we start ready actions. Go ahead and tell me what your actions are.
I want to ready fairy fire.
I'm going to manifest 2 psychic blades, and I'm going to yell at Snowball to turn invisible if he is not already invisible.
Corbin is going to cast Spirit Guardians at 4th level. As soon as they're almost on us, he's just going to bamp out his Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, and just to clarify, the fairy fire would be when they're within range of fairy fire.
Of course,
yeah.
As soon as they get in range, I'm holding Hex, and I Hex the closest one. As soon as the first one that gets within 90 feet, I release the Hex on it.
And then you guys can roll initiative.
Everyone does have a +4 to their initiative.
Ooh, amazing. Cool. So that means Hylan got a 23.
Ofelia got a 16.
Renascence got a 9.
Lulu got a 19.
Corbin got a 16.
Ophelia and Corbin both have a 16. Which of you wish to go first in the order?
I think it would be best if I did fairy fire first because it grants advantage.
Hex was your ready to action, so technically Hex would be the one with the furthest range. So let's just go ahead and say that Hex goes off.
I'm taking out the wasp on the far right because I'm afraid it's going to go for stupid Snowball. So I will Hex the wasp on the far right.
Yep.
So Corbin also, his Spirit Guardians go off, right? He's got that up now.
So your Spirit Guardians goes up. Go ahead and I think Ofelia had Fairy Fire that she wanted to use. Is that correct?
That is correct. So that's going to be a DC 16 dexterity saving throw for, I guess it would be the middle and the right wasps.
Yeah, they both succeed.
Well, then I don't think anything happens to him. There's a beautiful array of blue sparkly light that shoots out from Ophelia's violin into the ether.
Hylan, go for it.
I'm going to throw 2 psychic blades at the right wasp.
The one that's been hexed.
So here's the first one.
Incidentally, Matt, the ability score that I'm affecting with that Hex is Strength.
That's a 17 to hit right wasp.
A 17 misses, unfortunately. It dodges out of the way.
Ooh, blue sparkles, shoot out, don't hit anything. A psychic blade slices through the air. It doesn't hit anything.
It is your turn now, however.
It's going great
That
so
is
far.
true. It is your turn, because we're at the top of the order.
Okay, so I throw that one. It's gone. I immediately make another one in the palm of my hand, and I throw it. That's an 11.
Unfortunately, that misses
And
as well.
so I'm pissed. I look at my left hand. I throw that one. Worse. That's a 9.
This is not good. I'm assuming you wish to stay on the shore of the Styx inside the Spirit Guardians, yes?
I do wish to stay there.
Protect the imp.
Right. I'm gonna move through Ophelia's difficult terrain, which will equal 20 feet to my right. I'm going to be standing directly between Lulu and Invisible Snowball.
Yeah, it's now Snowball's turn. Snowball indeed listens to you seeing these things come in, and he does, in fact, use his ability to turn invisible. So he disappears from view. It is now Lulu's turn. She's got a pretty cool new power, which is protection from evil and good, which she could use. So she's going to use that. I think she's going to use it on you, Corbin.
Oh, I feel good.
Yeah, she does, in fact. She touches you, and you feel this sort of surge of energy.
Wow, cool. I feel good, Lulu. Thank you.
All right, just kicked her butt. And now we're here to Ofelia.
I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the one that is hexed. So that's going to be... It can't be great at every stat, right? This is a DC 16 Wisdom save.
Got an 18.
Are you kidding me? Okay, it still takes half damage. So it's going to take 5 psychic points of damage. That's it.
Staying where you are.
I suppose I am.
Corbin is going to bonus action Steps of Night. He's going to fly up just a few feet above his friends.
How far up? Like 10 feet, 5 feet,
Yeah,
20
10 feet. 10 feet. Not too far. He's just trying to make it himself obvious where he is. Maybe they'll see him. Ilmata, protect us. And I'm going to cast Twilight Sanctuary around us. At the end of everyone's turn, they're going to get 10 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
DC 16 Wisdom save, and I already rolled the damage. It's 21 if they fail, 10 if they make it. And their movement is halved.
So if that's the case, these 3 hell wasps are going to shoot down through the skies at all of you. This insane droning noise thrums through your heads. One of them stays outside of your spirit guardians, 30 feet outside of your spirit guardians, and you see this sort of viscous amber fluid at the front of its maw. It sort of gums it up and just spits it straight through the air at you, Corbin. It will have disadvantage on this attack. That is a 20 to hit.
With disadvantage?
With disadvantage.
That hits.
So you are restrained, therefore your speed is at 0. So you've got this gross amber hardening fluid. It's like all over you. You can use an action, a strength athletics check, to try to burst out of this resin, or you can simply attack it. It has a certain AC and a certain amount of damage that you will need in order to break out of it.
Okay.
That's the first Hell Wasp to the left. The Hell Wasp in the middle will just fly straight through to ground level, right into your Spirit Guardians, as does the right Hell Wasp. Both of these are straight into your Spirit Guardians, so they will need to make wisdom saving throws, correct?
Correct. DC 16.
It's a 21 and a 13.
10 points of damage for the first one, 21 points of damage for the second one.
Radiant damage.
Awesome.
They fly directly at Lulu. They have this abdomen, which at the end of it showcases this vicious, perhaps foot-long stinger. And both of them are going to attempt to stab Lulu with that stinger. It misses with a 12 on the first one. The other one attempts to sting Lulu and gets a 19, which hits Lulu.
I am going to use the gift of the metallic dragon and manifest spectral wings right at the point where it almost hits Lulu and envelop her in them, and she gets a +4 to her AC.
Awesome. So that brings her up to a 22 AC, which pings off of your metallic shield.
Whoa.
Whew, just in time, too. The second attack from the Hell Wasp. This one it has these 4 talons. So then they'll strike at you with their sword talons, seeing that you have protected her from this attack. Okay, first sword talon attack is a 21 to hit.
That hits.
That's 12 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm gonna uncanny dodge.
Only 6 then. Second sword talon attack is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
That's 14 piercing damage. A total of 20 thus far.
I'm going to run under Corbin because he's 10 feet in the air. And then I'm going to use another 10 feet to pass through the difficult terrain that is Hylan. So I get right to the edge of the Spirit Guardians and I swing.
Finally.
Yeah, we've all been waiting for it. I swing
It's about time.
Heaven's Fall at the wasp that I've hexed. The first attack is a 15, that's not going to hit.
Unfortunately not.
Second attack is a 13, that's also not going to hit. I tell you what, I should have done this before, but I run my hand across the globe of Heaven's Fall and I say Hylan, and I cast Branding Smite as a bonus action. That's now active on the mace, and that's my turn.
Top of the order, Hylan, you're up.
So I am going to manifest my blades again, and I'm going to throw them. Well, I'm going to stab, actually, the hell wasp right in front of me. Okay, that's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Finally. That does 8 psychic and 10 sneak attack for a total of 18. And then I'm going to hit it with my second psychic blade. That's another 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And that does 7 damage. So it's a total together of 25 damage. And that's my turn.
Lulu, I think she remembers these things. They tried to get her before. She's like, why are these things so interested in me? Why? Just stay away. And Lulu will use her Trumpet of Sparkles, which creates a cone of radiant energy, and these creatures will need to make a Constitution saving throw. Missing an 11 and missing the save on an 8. So she blasts these two wasps in the face with this radiant energy.
All right.
13 damage. 13 radiant damage to both of them.
Nice. She also gets 10 temps, and so did Hylan and Ren.
Fantastic. Ofelia, it is your turn.
Thank you.
Ofelia, as a bonus action, will cast Blinding Smite on her rapier. So that same blue light that you saw burst out as fairy fire swirls around her rapier now, and she draws her rapier. And she will attempt to attack the middle wasp, the one in front of Lulu.
Woo!
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Absolutely.
That'll do 5 piercing damage, and then roll a DC 16 con save.
Okay. I got a 16 on the dot, actually.
Okay, so it's not blinded, but it will take an additional 3d8 damage. So that's going to be 13 additional damage. Smited.
Corbin, Shiv, your turn.
Bonus action. Corbin is going to open up a sliver of twilight behind these two wasps that are about 10 feet in front of him. Out of that little sliver of twilight light is going to come a pillow, and it is going to take a whomp at the one that's wounded. So the one that's like right next to Renascence. Nope, I rolled it twice. So it rolled a 12. So I don't
12
think
will miss.
And then for his action, Corbin is going to reach out with his big, long bugbear arms, and he's going to pull out his Hellfire Warhammer and take a swipe at the one. I'm restrained. Can I still attack?
Of course, with disadvantage, though.
That just sucks.
Still worth a shot.
Yeah. It's either I cast a spell at they have advantage or okay. He's just going to pull out his Warhammer, his Hellfire Warhammer, and he's going to try, as he's restrained, and try to smash the one that's next to Ren. He rolled a 7.
Yeah. You maybe the fact that you've got this goop all over you, it's very hard to get this Warhammer all the way back for a decent swing.
And I'm going to re-roll the Twilight Sanctuary. It turns to 12 this round, everyone.
The third of the Hell Wasps, the one that has not actually entered the Spirit Guardians, this turn will join its brethren. It'll do it on the other side, sort of flying directly over the river, but hovering at ground level right next to Lulu. First, it will do its saving throw. Wisdom saving throw. DC 16, yes?
Correct.
That's a 22.
Well, it's still going to take 12 points of radiant damage.
All right, it's going to try to sting Lulu. That is a 24 to hit.
Ofelia will say,
"Look at this bee. It can't even fly in a straight line."
and that's going to be a -2.
Unfortunately, that's not enough.
Not enough.
That brings it only to 22. So that does sting Lulu. Lulu just tenses up. Her eyes go wide. She takes some piercing damage, but as the stinger enters her body, you see that it flares with fire, and she screams in pain. She's gonna need to make a Constitution saving throw. Good news is that she's 10 feet from you, Renascence, so she'll have some bonuses to this. Wow. Okay, that is a 13. That's not enough. The DC is 14. Lulu completely stops moving. Her wings start flapping, and she falls to the ground. Falls to the ground.
I shouldn't laugh.
That's okay. That was
That was an amazing sound.
It was such a.
Oh God! Lulu falls to the ground, completely paralyzed. Her forepaws are twitching, but she is unable to move. The second Hell Wasp uses its action.
So these guys are also going to have to make those Spirit Guardian saves.
Yeah, the Spirit Guardian saves. Let's do it. Fails with a 9.
24 points of radiant damage.
Explodes.
Nice.
And a 17.
12 points of radiant damage.
Does not die. The one that's stung still has an attack, and the one that is above Hylan and Lulu still has 2 attacks. The one that has very little health left will go ahead and sting Hylan. That's a 26 to hit.
I throw my shield up in front of Hylan.
Nice.
That'll hit.
You will take 6 piercing and 6 fire damage, so how much of that will your shield negate?
So the shield blocks 6 points of that damage.
So you will only take 6.
Thank you.
Please make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 14.
You do have a +3.
That's a 15.
Fantastic. You are not paralyzed. It will then slice at you with its sword talons, doing, that's a crit. 19 piercing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Only 9.
Excellent.
The Hell Wasp that stung Lulu is going to grab Lulu. Lulu is paralyzed. It's going to sacrifice its attack to grab Lulu. That's its turn.
Fuck. All right. I'm gonna... God damn it. Okay. Sorry, everyone. Well, I'll edit all that out.
Don't. That's great.
I'll take a swing with Heaven's Fall at the wasp that is still next to me in Hylan. These fucking rolls. I miss with a 12. I take another one, the second swing. Oh my God, I miss him again. And then I just swing back through the difficult terrain that is Hylan and get between the 2 wasps and between Hylan and Ofelia.
Yep.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Because I can't hit the broadside of a barn today, my branding smite is actually still active on Heaven's Fall. So here I am.
Hylan, it is your turn.
This Hell Wasp has Lulu in its grasp. It is over the river Styx currently.
It is flying over the river Styx currently.
And it is in the air.
It is in the air.
I'm going to use my bonus action to bamf out my wings, and I'm going to fly over to position myself underneath the wasp that is holding Lulu, so that in the event that this wasp is killed and releases Lulu, I will be able to try to catch her. And I know I'm going to get an opportunity attack, and that's fine.
So it will, in fact, opportunity attack you as you move. And it's going to do that with its sting. That's a 22 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 9 piercing, 9 fire. Please make a Constitution saving throw. DC is 14.
That's a 22.
Fantastic. You soldier on. Lulu is paralyzed. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. So let's see if Lulu breaks out.
She does have a +3.
God damn it. That's a nat 1. Ofelia, it is your turn.
If the wasp was incapacitated, it would drop. Like it would fall. Like it would fall. It would not be flying.
Would fall.
Okay. Question though, in terms of the catching of Lulu, if it were incapacitated, would Hylan still have the opportunity to catch Lulu?
Yes, that's what she's readying her action to do.
All right. Ophelia's eyes grow dark with anger, and her forehead grows bright with light. Again, this bright blue light emanates from her forehead, and directly, as if one might take a magnifying glass, hold it up to the sun, and a ray comes down, with a pointed energy upon an insect. She will do this with growth and psychic lance, which is what I am casting. Yes, I haven't gotten a chance to use it.
What is
yet.
that?
Ooh.
Well, that's a great question. Basically, it's this lance of psychic power that comes out of my forehead. It needs to make a DC 16 intelligence save, Matt.
It fails with a 14.
Wonderful. It's about fucking time it failed something.
Woo!
So it's going to take 26 psychic damage. Additionally, it is incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, then it falls and falls into the river.
Catch Lulu.
No, I'm gonna catch Lulu. So if that involves catching this wasp, I will do that too.
Well, I'd say you aimed for Lulu. So as this thing falls into the river, incapacitated, you can make your dexterity check as your readied action.
Before, Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action to Hylan.
Nice.
Very cool. All right. Go for your dexterity check there. Hylan.
Yes! It's a 14, and then I'm gonna roll the...
I was going to tell you what the DC, before you roll, oh my god. 14 is not enough, okay? However, the DC is 17.
Okay.
So
I like those odds.
I like those odds too.
Okay, I like them too. Okay, so first I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration, which is a plus
Nice.
7, so that's 21.
You wrest Lulu's paralyzed body out of this wasp as it hurtles towards the river.
Give me my tiny elephant.
That's right.
So the hell wasp, incapacitated, falls 10 feet into the river.
I was gonna say Ofelia blows on her fingers like finger guns, but that came out of her forehead, and she can't blow out of her forehead.
She
so I think
blows on
she'll
her
just.
own forehead.
Wow.
She sticks out her lower lip and blows straight up.
What she will
Support it.
instead do is just a jaunty little flip of the hair.
Nice.
Corbin, Shiv.
Bonus action, he's going to attack with his spiritual weapon. 23.
Thank you. Yes, the 23 hits.
11 points of force damage. And as his action, he's going to try to break free from whatever this goop is. Now that Lulu's safe.
DC 12 athletics check, please.
And I rolled a 20. Plus 3 is 23.
Crunch! All this disgusting mucus just falls off of you.
Oh, okay, I'm good. And that's my turn. And I'm going to re-roll my Channel Divinity as well. And okay, 12. So everybody at this point should have 12 temporary hit points, unless they've been hit. And that's my turn. Spirit Guardians.
Still in the Spirit Guardians. Fails with a 12. The one who's incapacitated fails with 13. So both of them fail.
They both take 16 points of radiant damage.
The Hell Wasp to the north of Renascence explodes as he is torn to shreds by your floating hands. The one that is in the waters of the Styx, you see it sort of, although it is incapacitated, it is twitching, and certainly not in a great place being attacked by these spectral hands. It's Renascence's turn.
Bonus action, I move the hex from the dead wasp onto the wasp that's fallen into the river, and I fire down 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. First attack is a 17, second attack is a 24, so I believe it's 24
hits.
So that's 4 force damage. It's going to take an additional point of necrotic damage from the hex, so 5 damage total. I blow on my own forehead. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome.
I have an adorable elephant, and my response is to fly 30 feet away to behind what looks like a rocky promontory, and I'm going to attempt to hide.
All right, make stealth check.
Because I have very few hit points, and I have the elephant. That's a 29 stealth.
Yeah, you disappear into the rock itself. Like you become one with the face of the rock.
Excellent.
To Lulu to see if she gets out of this paralysis. She's far away, so she doesn't get your +3 to the saving throw, though. Unfortunately.
Shh, Lulu.
Con save.
Be very quiet, Lulu.
16. Eyes open. Trunk just swiveling around in multiple different directions.
Yeah, I just shh. Lulu, we're hiding.
Oh, well, yeah, just get big, really big.
No, that means no talking. No talking.
Let's play who can be quiet the longest.
God.
Lulu gets 12 temporary hit points because she's still within 30 feet of me.
Ofelia, it is your turn.
Ofelia will once again begin to furiously play her violin, almost smacking the strings with the bow as she does. And you hear a sound come out that sounds sort of like a whip, and she casts Tasha's Mind Whip. That's going to be a DC 16 intelligence save for the wasp.
17.
Tasha's Mind Whip, you do take half damage, so it's going to take half of 13 psychic damage, so it would be 6 damage, and that is it.
At the end of your turn, the Hell Wasp is no longer incapacitated and sort of rises up out of the river Styx, sort of hovering over the surface. Corbin, it is your turn, though.
Bonus action, I'm going to move my spiritual weapon closer. I can get it like to the edge, but I can't quite get it down 10 feet to where it is. So it'll be there for next round if this thing is still alive. And then you say it's 10 feet down, huh?
Yep.
Corbin is going to take out his Hellfire Warhammer and take a shot at it. a 22.
All right.
Nice.
2 hits.
It does 5 bludgeoning, plus I do a d8 of radiant because I'm a cleric. So it does 10 points of damage.
You get to squash this bug like a bug.
So I want to go full windshield on this thing. So as it's coming up the side of the rocks, I just want to swing the hammer around and splat it against the rock. So it is just a green splat.
Excellent.
All right, see, Ren, that's how you do it, right?
Yes.
So we're out of combat.
I'm going to roll my Twilight Sanctuary 7 more times to see how many temps we all get. 15.
Got it.
Everybody has 15
Nice.
temps.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
That was cool.
Thanks for listening. This episode featured the Dungeon Master stylings of Matt Gordon, with Andy Cannistra as Painbearer Corbin Shiv, Carolyn Fox as Hylan, Rachel Tamarin as Ofelia, and me, Tal Aviezer, as Renascence. This episode was edited by Carolyn Fox and me. Our original theme music is by Lauren Anker and Anthony DiMasso. Some sound effects in this episode are courtesy of Syrinscape. Remember, if you enjoy Podcast Party, please follow the show, rate us, and leave us a review. Thanks very much for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks with the next episode of Descent into Avernus.
Come on.
An infernal war machine with an automatic transmission will not start if you don't put it in park.